How much does a law firm partner make? Well, I'm going to answer that question for you for sure on this episode of The Inside BS Show. Hi, it's Dave Lorenzo, and today we're answering the question you asked, how much does a law firm partner make? Now, this answer depends on your part of the country or a part of the world, but there are some things that are consistent in any law firm anywhere you go. So I'm going to share the different types of compensation and what you can do to have an impact on the compensation for a law firm partner. So if you're wondering, how much does a law firm partner make? And you wonder that because you want to make more as a law firm partner, I've got how you can do that today on this show. I'm also going to give you a free gift. So if you're a law firm partner and you want to make more money, my free gift will help you do just that. The final thing I'm going to share with you today in today's video is one thing you should never do. One thing you want to make sure you look out for if you're a law firm partner and you want to make more money. That thing is at the end of the video, so stick with me all the way to the end. All right, let's dive right into the content. How much does a law firm partner make? There are 4 different elements to compensation for a law firm partner. The first element is the base salary. And the base salary is going to be contingent upon where your law firm is, what city you work in, and how much other firms are paying their law firm partners. So first element is base salary. The second element is what I would call a bonus. So sometimes a bonus for a law firm partner can be based on individual performance, sometimes it can be based on the performance of the local office, and sometimes the bonus can be based on the performance of the firm as a whole. So you have a salary and then you have a bonus. The third element would be some type of variable compensation based on origination. So if we were not talking about a law firm partner now and we were talking about somebody in another business or another profession, we would call this a commission. And it would be based upon what you bring in. And that's variable. So if you bring in a client that's worth $1 million, you might get paid, say, 10% of the revenue for an origination compensation, right? That really is a commission. And that range of origination compensation can be anything from, I've seen it as low as 5% in some firms, all the way up to 50, 60, 70, 80% if the law firm is paying zero base salary. So that's the third variable. We're going to call it commission, but it's origination compensation. And then the fourth element of a law firm partner and how much they make is, and you have to consider this, the fourth element is always a distribution. A distribution is for an equity partner. There are 2 types of partners, equity and non-equity. Equity partners get paid when the law firm makes more money, and they get paid based upon how many shares they own in that law firm. So the 4 types of compensation again, salary, bonus, origination compensation or commission, and then the distribution. If you're an equity partner, distributions are going to be by far the biggest portion of the compensation because at the end of the year, they take the profits of the law firm and they divide it up among all the partners based upon what percentage each partner owns of the firm. And if you own 5% of the firm, you get 5% of the profit of the firm that's distributed. So base salary is going to vary based upon the city that you're in. So a law firm partner in New York may get a base salary of anywhere from $300,000 a year on up. Here in Miami, a law firm partner may make as little as $150,000, and it can go up from there as a base salary. And then the bonus would be based on the office performance. So if you were in a large law firm and you were the managing partner of the Miami office, you would get a 25% bonus, let's say, if you hit your goals. So if you made $100,000 a year, you'd get an extra $25,000 if you hit your goals. So that's how the bonus works. Origination compensation, as I said, it's your commission. You bring in $1 million worth of business and your origination compensation is 25%. you get $250,000 as origination compensation, and then distributions are based on how the firm does as a whole. So how do you, as someone who works in a law firm, ensure that you can make partner or that you can make more money as a partner? If you're worried about how much a law firm partner makes, you're surely going to be interested in this. I'll give you 7 ways you can make more money as a law firm partner. Number 1, of course, you focus on origination. You went to law school to learn how to practice law, but the law business is just that, a business. As the law firm acquires more clients, everybody makes more money when it comes to partners in the firm. If you can bring in those clients, the more you bring in, the faster you'll become an equity partner in a law firm. If the firm does $10 million a year and you bring in 2 of the 10 million, you're making up essentially 20% of the revenue from the law firm. They're going to make you a partner. So your focus on bringing in new business, your focus on origination is critical. The second thing you should focus on if you want to make more money as a law firm partner is the number of hours you bill. Now, I hate this. I hate that this is the way it works. But in a law firm, if you're not a big originator, if you don't bring in a lot of business, your compensation is going to be based upon how much you're billing your clients. So if you bill 15, 16, 1,700 hours a year, you'll probably be in the middle of the pack. You'll probably be just okay. If you're billing north of 1,800 or 1,900 hours a year, you'll probably be in the top 10 to 15% of your firm. If you bill over 2,000 hours a year, you'll be in the top probably 5 to 10 people in your firm. Anybody who bills over 2,500 hours a year is always going to be a top billing person. This means basically you sleep very little, you never go home, you bill all the time, because you have to figure if you're billing all those hours every year, you're working at least 15 to 20% more than you're billing. That's a lot of time you're spending in the office. So if you're not going to focus on origination, you better be able to bill a lot of hours. Now, the third element is the percentage that you're paid. If you want to make more money as a law firm partner, you got to focus on the percentage that you're paid for new client origination. Let's say in year 1, you originate $500,000 worth of new business. That's really good. You can go to your managing partner and say, listen, I originated $500,000 in year 1. You're paying me a 25% origination bonus. I think everything I originate above $500,000 next year, you should pay me 35%. Your managing partner is probably going to be thrilled with that because you've never done that before, and it would be worth it to have the money coming into the firm. So you can negotiate your origination percentage each year based upon your performance from the prior year. The fourth element you should think about when it comes to law firm partner compensation is a bonus for profitability. If you bring in a client that is highly profitable, you should get a bonus, because if a firm makes more money with less effort, so in other words, if the client pays more money for the same work compared to other clients, you should get a bonus. So you can negotiate that as well. Some people call it an efficiency bonus, some people call it a profitability bonus, but that's something you can negotiate as well, and that's point 4. Point 5 is the starting salary is going to be specific for a location, but point 5, you can negotiate your starting salary if it's not competitive for the market. So do a survey of other firms in your market, see what other firms are paying for someone with your level of experience, and you can negotiate your salary up if other firms are paying more for a lawyer with your experience. The sixth element is equity versus non-equity. If you want to become an equity partner, you need to understand going into the new law firm what the threshold is. If it's $1 million in origination and 1,500 hours billed and you've surpassed that, you should negotiate that you could become an equity partner if you duplicate that performance in a second year. Equity versus non-equity is 100% negotiable if you're a top performer. The seventh element is production attorneys versus attorneys who can originate business. The simple fact of the matter is, when it comes to how much does a law firm partner make, if you're a production attorney, if somebody else gives you work and you keep your head down and you just do the work that the other person sends you, you're a production attorney. If you don't originate anything, you're never going to have a say in how much you make. Somebody will always dictate your salary to you. So I encourage you, don't be a production attorney. Be an attorney who knows how to originate business. If you want a tool for originating business, I've got it for you. All you need to do is scroll down to the description of this video. In the description of this video, you'll see a link, and below the text that says free gift from Dave, the link will be there. The link is your revenueroadmapguide.com, revenueroadmapguide.com. Go to that website, click on that website, and you'll be asked to fill out a form, and then you'll be taken to a page where you can immediately download the guide to making more money as a law firm partner. So that guide is your guide to business development. If you're looking to increase the amount of money you make as a law firm partner, this revenue roadmap will help you. It's your guide to improving and increasing your origination as a law firm partner. Now, before you go, there's one thing I need to share with you. One thing you should never do. One thing you should never take for granted. Before we get to that, if you like this content, hit the thumbs up and please subscribe. We do law firm videos and law firm marketing videos every day, and I don't want you to miss a thing. Please hit the thumbs up and subscribe. Tell us what you want to hear more of in the comments. I make these videos based on what people leave in the comments. Somebody put in the comments a couple of weeks ago, how much does a law firm partner make? And that's why I'm making this video today. Okay, here's the one thing you must always do, one thing you can never take for granted. If you build a book of business, always get paid up front. Even if it's in the form of a retainer that you have to bill against in order to collect the money, get the money in your account. Never invoice the client after the work is done. Why? You always end up getting screwed, really. You always end up discounting the bill if you want to collect, if you bill the client after the work is done. You got to get paid up front. All the law firms I work with insist on being paid up front, because if you don't get paid up front, you're likely to go broke, because people who lose a big litigation case are not going to want to pay you. People who, for whatever reason, decide that they want a discount will take the discount out of the last bill that they pay, and suing a client is never a good practice. So the bonus tip, the one thing you can never forget, the one thing you can never take for granted is that people are going to pay you. Always get paid up front. That's going to influence how much you make as a law firm partner, because the firm can't pay you what they didn't collect. So billing is one thing, collecting is something different. This is the answer to the question, how much does a law firm partner make? My name is Dave Lorenzo, and I answer these questions for you every single day. We'll see you right back here again tomorrow. Until then, here's hoping you make a great living and live a great life.